Alright, welcome everyone. Today is a very special day. We're going to launch a new game. We have all heard of Never Have I Ever. It's not only a game, it's also a Netflix series. So we're going to try and rival that. So this game is called What If. So you can basically play it with your friends where you just sit down, choose a topic and say as many what ifs as possible and until you max out. But for this video, we're gonna say some things that if Jamaica did more of, we should be a better place. Not the better that your politicians are saying, but if you actually ask these what ifs, trust me, Jamaica would be a paradise. So leave your comments and ensure that you share, like and subscribe. Alright, so top place number 1. What if politicians or other fraudsters got locked up for every misdeed that they did? Because from I've been around, I've never seen a politician been to prison. The only politician that I have ever heard of is this guy that stole some money from some farm workers way back into the in the 90s. I've never seen a politician gone to prison, and we have seen so many scandals, both white and black. So trust me, what if politicians are the fraudsters? Look at even now, look how many scandals we have now. Will they go to prison? Alright, number 2. What if workless fathers get jailed for lack of child support? Oh boy, but it's a very important thing still, because the fathers who really not doing anything, they are basically ruining children's lives, especially if the child don't have a stable mother and a stable support system. Because many fathers out there, quite sadly, believe, because I even overheard a conversation with 2 men. The man said, boy, you know, so I give my baby mother enough money. And I said, wait, what do you consider enough money? I hear the man say, boy, 3 grand. Every 2 weeks, I forget 3 grand. Well, while that might be what him have, but further on into conversation, he must say, boy, no youth now stop fame flow. You must forgot. So I say, boy, the man are workless. Alright, number 3. What if Zozos actually search the communities they have on lockdown rather than have the security forces sit down the whole day being monitors? And that is one thing I always question. If the soldiers and the police actually do some searching, I think probably that would be more effective along with them monitoring. But I find it hard to know that they just sit down the whole day and do nothing. So again, in my view, if they actually search, they could allow JPS to go in and disconnect what they want to disconnect. They could tear down what they need to tear down. Actually revamp the community with whatever social intervention they can do at the time. But I really don't see why the soldiers have to sit down every day and the police. Just chill out. It's like it might be uncomfortable, not tell a lie, but I think it would be more effective if they actually search a community. Because if gunmen are actually in the communities, chances are if them search, they should find something. Alright. What if the government were to treat crime like COVID? Has anyone really thought about that? Because looking at it, the government actually locked down the entire country. So when you really look at it, crime is a disease just like COVID. And I don't think that, in my view, or from I've been alive, I've never seen the government do something like this. And crime is costing the country billions every day, every year, sorry. And when you really look at it, even though crime might be profitable to some, what if they actually treated it like COVID, lockdown, and give proper attention to this disease called crime? What if NWC and the government and other technocrats sit down and try to fix water issues? Because over the last 10 years, Jamaica basically had dry out, and instead of coming up with a plan, we're not hearing anything. All we hear say it's not raining. When it do rain, you still don't have no water. So what if them actually come together and start plan? Because with climate change, with the Hermitage and the Mona have a lot of silt in it, how will they fix our water problem? We have not heard any national debate on this. All the governments, even though they are promising more water, where are they getting it from if we're suffering from lack of it now? So another thing to look at. What if NWC and JPS charge people fairly? As you can see lately in the news, these two entities are charging for persons theft. So I don't think persons were quite happy to hear that they are paying for persons who are stealing. So anyway, number 7 on the list. What if prisoners had to work rather than sit in cells and actually pay off their debts? Because when you really look at it, most prisoners are just basically lounging. Many of them have time to call on their phones or record songs or be on Facebook. So what if they were actually working? Because in many prisons in the United States, in many prisons in the US, prisons are actually corporations where they make stuff and the prisoners actually get a stipend from it. So what if here in Jamaica we did the same? Rather than have them there angry and doing nothing, we actually put them to work. What if we really eat what we grow and grow what we eat? Because we are importing a lot of food, but I think the sad thing about it, this new generation of children coming up, honestly, them no want a yam, them no want no dasheen, them no want no cocoa, they don't want no breadfruit. We have basically lost that generation or this generation to what they like. So it is really hard. But what if we really sit down and start eat what we grow with a cut of food bill? Trust me. What if the village started to raise children again? Nowadays, parents are raising their children for saying, no make nobody tell you nothing. No make nobody tell you nothing, no make nobody lick you, no make nobody this, nobody no for correct you. So when you look at it, the parents alone can say anything based on how children are raised. And in reality, it can't work. So what if parents actually spent time, not just the 1 hour for sit down and watch football or news, but quality time with their children, rather than allow societal agents to do all the teaching? I know economics have a lot to play, but for some parents, when it come on to carnival, bacchanal or whatever you want to call it, them find the time. Or nowadays, being fit is a new thing, so finding time to go to the gym is in, but they don't have the time to sit down and find time for their children. What if the NHT started to build houses as they should? Not the little matches box, but decent houses to fix the mess we have as it relates to houses. Because They literally gave away 75 billion to the government, and that could have actually built a lot of houses. A lot, trust me. So what if they really started building houses? Would be much better off. Well, at least that's what I would think. What if getting a mortgage was like getting a phone? Simple. Getting a mortgage is like playing the lottery, and not many persons win the lotto. So that is self-explanatory. Trust me. What if banks stop overcharge? Nowadays you get charged for everything. If you keep your money with bank, if you go change a check, you have to pay, the least you have to pay I think is $300 or $311. Your money you have to pay for the money to sit dormant. Well, I think they remove those fees now. But the banks are too much, man, and NCB, they have been scraping at everything. But what if they really stop overcharging and start give persons value for money? Because your money being there is not really getting much. What if all students were equal in the educational system? And this is a true thing, true troubling thing. If your own education ministry say you fail in school, who made them failing to begin with? Because for some schools, if you have children getting between 0 to 30 for their exit exam for primary school and, well, prep school to some extent, what is that saying when you bundle all of them up in one school with no scaffolding to help them develop? They are going to fail, because those children can't survive in the regular system, and then you as the ministry is going to come about and ascribe these labels, and media houses are going to run with it and say schools are failing. That's not helping anyone. That more push young person to look at the schools as some disease leper walking through society, which that don't make sense. So until the system can literally afford every child and every facility, I think we should stop labeling them as failing or good school and bad school. But until then, what if class sizes were small? And many persons don't look at this still, but this COVID thing makes people start getting more aware. But in America, I don't think the classes go over 30 or even 27. 27 is even overcrowding for them. While for us, a class can be, in some cases, as high as probably 50, or probably even more in some cases. So you can imagine a poor Spanish teacher teaching, and half of the class, I say, why should I learn Spanish? The other half have other learning issues, and only 10 persons really interested. So when you really look at it, a large class size is not really beneficial to anyone, because a class of 50, basically the teacher will never reach everybody. So what if students and teachers had access to greater resources for development? And the funny thing, the ministry was pushing to say to do the exams online, but how many schools have a working computer room? How many schools have stable internet? How many schools have electricity? And these are some questions where I don't understand. They know the answers for them, but they're like they're in a bubble. So I don't know. What if loans didn't have such high interest rates? I know that's how they make their money from it, but good God, as a Christian country We can't even apply business ethics. A teensy bit to a Christ, would I say? Oh boy. I know these are the very same those people that love to put up commercials to say we care. But yes, it's just business. What if entertainers stop singing about killing, murdering, shooting, and even raping? Like really, aren't we violent enough as a society? And I know many entertainers are going to say they are just singing about what they see in society, but why are you adding to the negativity? I even watched an interview with an entertainer and he was saying that music don't really have anything to do with social development. And I said, what kind of madness this? For those who know about the power of music, when you're in a bad mood, you listen to a song, it cheers you up. When you're sad, you play a certain type of music. When you're in love, you play a certain type of music. Even when you're going to do bad deeds, you even play a certain type of music. So why is this man saying that music has, I won't even call his name, but why would musicians think or persons think that music don't have any influence? Look at even Vibes Cartel in 2010 or 2011, he came up with this song about clocks, and 9 years later or 10 years later, people are still killing themselves over clocks. This whole tattoo culture, he was prominent in it. He even sang a song about getting tattoos. So when you look at it, music does have power. What if we treated people equally? And nobody look upon class, race, education, background, links. Just treat people as how they were to be treated. You're in a bank line, you wait for hours, but then 2 twos you see a man come up. Oh, Mr. Matalan, okay, you can come this way. And you are in the line for how long, and you're just going to look at it and say, boy, I saw it go. But it shouldn't be like that. We should all be treated, but I guess that's a flaw of humanity. What if we start questioning our politicians? Because from I've been alive, all that I've heard politicians promise, when you elect me, you will get more roads, more water, more jobs. Those are the only 3 things them talk about. If you watch the news or even look at Loop News, a community in Clarendon where Pernell Charles Jr. is the MP for just getting water after 60 years. So that MP will work for how long in that constituency? Never see it important to give them water? So, I don't know. So, we need to start questioning these politicians, man. When they come up with, you're going to get more jobs. What kind of jobs? Because these jobs that they're giving us is not really sustainable. Also, a lot of these jobs are on contract, so yet as many know, you don't get a lot of benefits when you're on contract working. Contract work, I should say. So we need to start questioning them more. And how are they going to give us more water when we don't really have water? The corporate here basically locked down now. No water. Alright. What if principals were not able to be JTA presidents? So what if principals were not able to be leaders for the Jamaica Teachers Association? We find that strange because the principals have their own union to my knowledge. So isn't it the Jamaica teachers? So why can't a teacher lead that organization? I've always considered that strange. Always a principal. What if the transport system was efficient? That means you would actually get not only for travel by road, but rail and sea. Because back in the day, you could travel by ferry to go to Port Royal. You had the railway, which basically is a bit faster than the road. But because of underhanded deals, roadway, based on the toll, is to be the exclusive way to travel. and the government can't develop nothing more than roads, so that not to break the contract that they signed with these toll operators. What if we invested in domestic tourism? Because when you look on it, when you think about a tourist, people only look on white people or people coming from abroad. But we have a big tourist market domestically, which we have not really tapped into. We are not really catering for the local man, because a local man don't really see himself going to a hotel. What if the news was not filtered and they actually reported the real stories? Journalists asking the real questions and stop focusing on the things that are really unnecessary, and actually do proper journalistic work to find out the truth. What if cabinet ministers were to be qualified academically to the ministry they serve? Because when you look on it, Royal Reid, to my knowledge, had a background in education. I don't think he will have any more, no, but he had. Does this current minister have a background? Mr. Montague, did he have any background in security like Mr. Mark Shields? Just to think about it, does Chang have any security background? So there you go. And if they really had working knowledge, I think certain decisions made by those persons who, should I say, are just paid to think without heart, wouldn't do that. But this is just the what ifs, and until we actually start holding persons accountable, the what ifs will only be a dream and not reality. But hopefully one day Jamaica can be mature enough to move away from the what if and move to the what is. So until next time, walk good.